CC families, Mrs. Starks here. So good to be with you this week as we are jumping into CC Cycle 1 Week 16 memory work. In this video, you will find some ideas to help you teach on Community Day or to help you teach your own kiddos at home as you go throughout the week. So let's jump in. We're going to get started with math. This week in math, we are learning the area of a rectangle. And actually for the next few weeks, we are going to be learning the area of different shapes. So the whole time that we're doing these, we're going to set them to the tune of 99 bottles. Let's just cut the song name off at that, okay? So we're going to set the equation to that tune. It's going to sound something like this. The area of a rectangle is length times width. Okay, so hopefully at home that will help your kiddos to remember that. And if you are like me and you have kids at home that are already doing multiplication tables, then have fun and go around the house, find different rectangles to try out this equation on. You could find the area of books, find the area of your phone, find the area of your windows, find the area of your tissue box. And also any of these things would also be good to take into Community Day while you're tutoring. And if you have older foundation students, they can also do those equations if you have time. Okay, so jumping into English, we have 3 helping verbs this week. We have has, have, and had. Has, have, had. So for me, I like to use my funny voice spinner on this. And this is just a blank spinner that I ordered off Amazon. It works really well and it came in a pack of, I believe, 3, and I can link that in the description if you would like. And I took a permanent marker and wrote some funny voice options. Like I said, I have 3 of these, so each week I can mix it up. This one has options like a pirate voice and a robot voice or a squeaky voice. So have fun saying these helping verbs in different ways, and I let each one of my kiddos while I'm tutoring spin the spinner so everyone has a turn to land on a funny voice. And if you have more than 6 kiddos in your class, then go ahead and bring out 2 of them so that way you don't have to necessarily repeat the same voice if you don't want to. Okay, so jumping into our history sentence this week, Olmecs, Mayans, and the Aztecs. I don't know about you, but when I heard the song, the Olmecs, Mayans, and the Aztecs, I just kept picturing these like YMCA movements. You guys remember that song from a long time ago. So let's talk about some hand motions that will be helpful as we teach that this week. So the song starts out with Olmecs, Mayans, and the Aztecs. So for Olmecs, we can go O, Olmecs, Mayans, and M, or you can go like this, M, and the Aztecs, okay? So doing an A symbol above our head, just like the YMCA song, okay? So it starts out like that, and then it goes 3 of the advanced, okay? So 3 of the advanced civilizations of Mesoamerica. Mesoamerica means Middle America, so let's do the American Sign Language symbol for middle. It's going to be our middle finger circling. So Mesoamerica. Okay, America is the melting pot. We have people from everywhere coming together, and it's like you're stirring a big pot. So 3 of the advanced civilizations of Mesoamerica from 1200 BC to 1500 were the Olmecs, Mayans, and the Aztecs. So some simple movements, use all of them, use some of them, but hopefully it will help you to teach your kiddos at home and on Tutor Community Day. Okay, let's jump into timelines, some more hand motions coming along. So this week our timeline song starts out with Age of Industry. So to show age, we are going to simply point at our wrist where we might have a watch. Okay, so Age of Industry, we're going to do the ASL, American Sign Language, symbol for machine, which is like this. Okay, so Age of Industry. Okay, next, James Cook sails to Australia and Antarctica. So I'm just going to go J for James Cook, C for Cook, sails to Australia and Antarctica. Okay, so James Cook sails to Australia and Antarctica. American Revolution and General George Washington. Okay, so again, America is the melting pot. So we have America or American, And then for revolution, we take our fist and we put our thumb on our ring finger for the ASL sign to revolt, okay? So revolt. So American Revolution and General George Washington. I'm just gonna do this. All right, moving on to Madison's Constitution and the Bill of Rights. So to show a legal document, we're gonna hold our hand like this. To show Constitution, we're gonna make a C, and we're just gonna go down like this. So Madison's Constitution, and for Bill of Rights, we're just going to make like a piece of paper sign. Okay, if you also want to add something for right, maybe use your right hand. Okay, I like to make my hand motions simple and effective, but not overdone to where the kids are like tripping over their hands trying to stay up with the song. So Madison's Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Okay, so you could just do paper or you could show your right hand as well. French Revolution. We're going to do an American Sign Language F for French. And again, revolution is this. Okay, so French Revolution. There you go. And second, Great Awakening. We are going to hold our two fingers, second, second. And then in our community day, I had a lot of fun with the kids making the best waking up faces we could. So second, Great Awakening. Oh, just stretch and wake up and have fun with it. And last but not least, Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark's Expedition. So we're gonna go Louisiana Purchase, like we were just throwing money, even though it actually wasn't that much money at the time. So Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark Expedition. So you could do that. You could do Lewis and Clark Expedition like this. Whatever feels natural and fun for you and your kiddos to help you remember the timeline song. Go for that. Okay. Let's jump into geography. This week in geography, we are learning about the African waters. So on our trivia maps, we are going to use different colors to show where the African waters are located. But in addition to showing different colors on the map, there's also a really neat song that goes along with it. And it's funny, in my household, me and my kiddos have been arguing back and forth about what is the actual tune of this song. I think it's Peace Like a River. My kiddos think it's not Peace Like a River, but they don't know what tune it is. So if you know the tune of this song, then comment for me and tell us what it is. Help settle this debate in our house. Okay, but so the song for African waters goes like this. We're gonna go African waters, African waters, African waters. Congo River. So Congo River looks like a big roller coaster, if you will. So Congo River, Lake Victoria. So we're just going to hold out a big lake, Lake Victoria. Zambezi River. Let's make a big Z for Zambezi. And Orange River. It comes in from the left side over here. So Orange River. And the tune goes like this. African waters, African waters, African waters. Congo River, Lake Victoria, Zambezi River, Orange River, African waters, African waters, African waters. So one more time on that. African waters, African waters, African waters, Congo River, Lake Victoria, Zambezi River, Orange River, African waters, African waters, African waters. As you can tell, I am also a professional singer, so you're welcome for those voice lessons. Okay, moving on to Latin. It is the same Latin as last week. And again, I will be using my Latin chart with these familiar images to help my students pronounce the first declensions the right way. If you would like a copy of this chart, then look in my description and you will have a link that you can print out this chart at home if you think it will help you. So looking at singular first declension noun endings, we have as in up, I, as in I don't know, and as if you're going to the dentist and you have to open your mouth wide. So I, Okay, and then we have arm for arum, East as in geese, os as in floss, and east as in geese again. So when I am teaching this, I will simply be pointing at each picture to help the kiddos remember the right sounds. Okay, and that's always been very helpful for us. Okay, excitingly, looking at science this week, we are learning about 4 different kinds of volcanoes. In my own teaching at home this week, I found this book to be really helpful. It's called Volcano Rising, and I just borrowed it from the library. What I really like about this book, though, is that it has almost 2 different levels of learning inside of it. So it has a more childlike narration on the page, and then it also has a much deeper narration for older students. So I would say that this is great for us because for my 2 younger kids, they are really going to benefit from this lower level explanation. And then my 2 older children are really going to enjoy reading the deeper explanation, the more scientific verbiage used in this book. So this is super cool if you have multiple kids at home doing CC like we do in our family. Okay, so 4 kinds of volcanoes. They are active. For active, we're going to explode, show an active volcano, have fun with it, get big, get loud, whatever you're going to have to do to remember, active volcano is erupting. So an active volcano. Next is intermittent. So for intermittent, I'm going to show it like this. If this is my volcano, I'm going to go intermittent, intermittent, to show them that it erupts sometimes and then sometimes it sleeps. So intermittent. Sometimes it's awake, sometimes it's asleep. Okay, dormant. This is going to be fun. When you say the word dormant, just fall asleep on your kids, okay? Because dormant volcanoes are asleep. Let's see who can make the best sleeping face, have the best snoring sound. So dormant. Everybody pass out asleep. And last is extinct, okay? The extinct volcanoes are no longer going to erupt. So we can just extinct, or you can go X for extinct, whatever is going to work best for you. Okay, so that is our memory work for the week. If you would like some more helpful ideas for teaching this at home, then please do look in the details, the description of this video, and you will see a lesson plan that I have made to help out parents at home as well. I was a classroom teacher for many years, and so I always make a detailed lesson plan when I am teaching my kids. Lesson plans are going to include ways to bring in outside books. We always include Story of the World, so I will include that in my lesson plan. We also use a lot of educational videos that I have vetted and chosen to help enhance the memory work. So for instance, this week, we're going to be watching some videos from National Geographic about the Olmecs and the Mayans. We're also going to be looking at different volcano videos. And so please take advantage of this opportunity to just look over my lesson plan and utilize that in your own homeschooling. So that way it just saves you a little bit of time, and I will link that below. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Have a good week. Bye.